Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a special scrap lift at Scrap Squad for Xochitl Martinez's birthday. And this was the original, a wreath of hexagons with these adorable photos in the middle on a dark background that had some wording. And I also loved Rebecca Meadows' version with houses and trees, the wreath made of houses and trees. And so I'm gonna try to incorporate, I'm gonna have a wreath, but it's a fussy cut wreath from a pattern paper, from a paper pad, and I have no idea who the designer is. And I'm gonna have some hexagons. I have cut my photos, 4 photos in hexagons, and I'm gonna have houses, and I've fussy cut these houses, I think, from a, gosh, I don't know. I would say Maggie Holmes paper pad, but it may actually have been from the same paper pad as this, which I do not think was Maggie Holmes. In any case, I'm not going to have a dark background. I'm usually the one who departs and does the dark background. I'm going to do the white background because I have lots of busy stuff I want to add, including some white stuff. So I'm just going to kind of go get right into it, gluing this wreath down, and then I'm planning to do 3 photo clusters, one kind of right here that'll be the main one, so I'm going to move the wreath a bit over to this side, and then there'll be one kind of right here, and then one up here. And the title, I've die cut the word happy out of a color cardstock that kind of matches those orangey red coral type flowers. I'm using orange trees for mine. I've put an orange sequin on the back of my butterfly, and the reason I did that is because when I was pulling it out of the die, I actually tore his little belly section. And I've used a couple of these sprig dies from Bramble Fox. I've got some Bramble Fox Perspectives. I've got stars and hearts. And I've got some more of the orange sequins. So we'll see where we go with that. And I've got some fussy cut elements that match these. So I'm gonna selectively, maybe like where this image is, and I've got this fussy cut thing, I may kind of add that underneath to add some dimension, and some of them I'll add on the inside, some I'll add on the outside. So we'll see how that works. I have no pre-planning done on this other than I have a big flower, a flower that I think is big enough to support my butterfly. And so I'm gonna see if I can, and I'd like that to be part of this lower right-hand main title cluster. So that's gonna determine how I put this in there. Now I did, when I cut this, I actually fussy cut. It had to kind of cut through in order to get to the inside, but I've glued that back together with this foam tape, and I'm going to kind of plop it down. This always takes longer than I planned for it to, and because I wanted to hurry up with this one, I've got someone coming to do an estimate on building a wheelchair ramp. Okay, so this is my big flower, and I kind of want this, I'm going to move it a bit over to this side. Okay, so that's all raised now, and I should be able to slide things under at will. Okay, so I have 4 photos, and these are photos of Katie and Reese. And this one, when I cut the when I cut the hexagon, I kind of cut a little bit off her head. To be honest, that one was taken a little bit. Okay, that kind of slides down in there, or does it? It may, I might prefer it sliding up into there, and then having this one here. This is kind of where I thought that would go, and I want to pop that up. Let me get this back here. I'm just going to kind of start randomly building elements of the cluster. I know I want that there. I know I'd like these guys. Okay, there's a music note sequin there. I'd like these guys kind of to one side of this photo. Let me just get a little bit of glue there and get those kind of tucked in. And that's going to help me ultimately place and glue down that photo. I want this one kind of overlapping that one, but going at a slightly different angle to give it a little different position. And okay, that's there, and I think that's going to allow me to put this back here, and it's the only photo I'm going to prop up on. Let me lift this. This isn't going as quickly as I'd hoped. Okay, there. And then I'm going to put this one down here. I guess I could use dry adhesive for that. I think that's about at the same angle as that. I've got a, excuse me, I've got one of these cacti that I could kind of add in over here, and I'll pop it up. I've done a bow, I've tied a bow that I may or may not use. I'm going to have that kind of underneath the photo. Add that out there. I'm going to tuck in, let me tuck in, since these elements are green, I'm going to tuck in the pink house first. And, excuse me, I'll overlap that with the greenhouse, pop it up, that's not, do that, and then I'll have this tree I'm just going to kind of put it in there. Let me do this little bow here, and then I'll tuck in some hearts. And these are from my Bramble Fox box that I just got yesterday. Actually, I think these may have been extras that I ordered. And it's the nicest, most muted, neutral, beautiful pink I've ever seen in an embellishment. And I just love it. And they're kind of matte finished, and it's just beautiful. So I'm gonna kind of do that. And I've got this white star that I'm gonna add right here. So that's my main cluster, and I'm happy with that. The rest of this, I'm filming, James.
All right, the back door got left open and Reese is filming.
What's that? Okay, sorry about that. We had like I said, a guy doing an estimate for building a wheelchair ramp, and we have a few other things that need to be done. We have a deck that sorely needs to be power washed and refinished, and I'm going to just kind of place this up here, and I've got a mirrored star that I'm going to actually put down here in this little area. I've got my title here, which I thought I'd place maybe after, but I'm kind of thinking right there is good. Now right here I have one of these cacti, and I'll go ahead and place it kind of on the inside, just repeating that design element there, because it kind of gets lost in all of this other, but when you kind of highlight it like that, it really looks nice. Okay. The next one is going to be built around this little area up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the extra cactus in, kind of sticking out like that, and that gives me a place to put my houses. And the tree and the photo. Let me kind of do it that way. And I'm going to place the tree there, kind of overlapping the cactus. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to put the photo kind of right in there. And do I have, I've got this one that I kind of thought I might put over here. it's kind of an obvious wreath interpretation. Most of the wreaths that you see are floral, and I'm actually going to say that I don't mind doing that, because I also have cacti and houses and things to kind of shake it up a bit so it's not a straight out floral wreath. Let's see. That is kind of good. Let's see. I don't have any of the flowers. Is there anything else I haven't? I have a copy of. I do not. So I'm done. Oh, I didn't put the third star. It's a big one because there's a lot of space over here. So I'm going to put it kind of right there. I'm going to put these back in here. And now I'm going to adhere my title. I'm going to put glue on the word part and let the tail on the H and the Y kind of stick out, because I want this tail to overlap the photo that way, and I kind of want to place it underneath my white leaf sprigs. Okay, I think I'm done. Happy birthday, Xochitl. I thought I might do some orange sequins. I could probably leave them off, but I may just want to add a few around my clusters. Just maybe right there. Not sprinkled all over the page, but there. So this is the color orange that I think best matches flowers. I used a brighter orange on the butterfly, and I kind of wish I hadn't. I wish I'd used this. But with these on there, that I can kind of forgive that. And it does, you know what? Why don't I glue this sequin on top of that sequin? You have never seen me care this much about matching anything. But I think that does make a difference. It doesn't stand. There's a little bit of that brighter orange in a few places, but I think the main color story is the dark kind of coral pink and the dark kind of coral orange. And I found just the right color paper. Whoops, my star was too heavy for that. So let me bring it up and show close-ups. I love wreaths that have things kind of, sticking off of them. And I love those 4 pictures of Katie and Reese. Just, it's a Reese wreath. So thank you for watching. I will see you Sunday for Scrap Squad Sunday. Thank you very much.